I don't plan on stopping watching anime, and my first anime crush would definitely have to be Katsuki Bakugo. Hey everybody, today I'm going to be talking about My Hero Academia Season 4. The finale was just a week ago for the sub version, and there's going to be some spoilers in this, so if you haven't caught up with My Hero Academia, I would suggest waiting, unless you're okay with spoilers, so don't judge. If you're okay with spoilers, that's fine. But anyways, Season 4 has received some mixed reviews, and to be perfectly honest with you, I don't really understand why. Some people are saying that they don't like how split up the students were and all that with, you know, Midoriya, Kirishima, Ochako, and Froppy, and then some of the older students going on that mission to save Eri and defeat Overhaul. And that kind of split everybody up for the first half of the season. You didn't see the rest of the characters that much. And I understand why that makes some people sad, because maybe they didn't get to see their favorite characters for a while. I personally was a little sad that I didn't get to see Todoroki and Bakugo really for the first half of the fourth season. But when you think of it from a plot point, it makes sense, because Midoriya is the main character. This is his story of how he became the greatest hero in the world. And for him to become the greatest hero in the world, sometimes he has to go on missions that maybe don't involve everybody else. And this, you know, was a crucial mission for him, because he got to save somebody that he was desperately trying to save for a while. And he, you know, made a personal defeat and defeated a really scary villain. And, you know, and he lost a mentor and all these different things that were so important to his development as a hero. And I understand why some people, you know, missed those other characters, but when it comes to this being Midoriya's story, it is his story, and it makes sense that sometimes there's going to be arcs that focus on what he is doing and not the others, and it's not realistic that every single one of the students in Class 1A would be on this mission, because not everybody is skilled enough or in the right internship or whatever. So it's just how it is, and I personally really liked the story. It really got to shine on Kirishima, because I feel like we haven't gotten that. And he got to show how powerful he really is and how much he wants to be a hero. And it showed a lot of the big three, which I'm a fan of. We got to see what Tamaki is really made of, and I really appreciated that. And we finally got a villain that was scary in a different way than the League of Villains were. He was scary because he was imprisoning a child. And with the League of Villains, yeah, they do bad things, but they've never imprisoned a child. There wasn't like a central person that Midoriya was focusing on saving. When it comes to League of Villains, you're trying to stop them to save the world as a whole. But with this, it was saving Eri, and that was all he could think about. And I feel like it was really important. And I really thought that it was a great way to show the different ways people are villains, the different ways that heroes save people. And it's not always a big picture thing. Sometimes it's you go to this hard work to save one person, because even one person's life is worth the risk. And I just really thought that it was great for his development. Spoiler, I was very sad to see Night Eye go, because we only got him for like a half a season, and I thought that he was a really great character and handsome. And I would have loved to see more of his personal life and just him as a whole. I would have liked to see more, but I understand that it was not necessary. It was important in Midoriya's development to see that being a hero may cost you your life. And I feel like that's one of the first times Midoriya ever really had to witness that firsthand, that sometimes being a hero means your life may come at an end at any moment, at any time, no matter what age you are. And I feel like it was important for him to realize that what he's working towards puts his life at risk. It puts other people's life at risk. And I just thought it was really important for his development as a character and a hero. And I will never forget how much I loved the moment when, you know, Midoriya is having to keep this whole mission secret from his friends, and he's eating with Todoroki and Ida, and even though they don't know what's going on, they know that there's something bothering him and he's upset, and they don't prod him, they just support him, they give him food, they make jokes, they have him lean on them. And I really thought that was really cute, because Todoroki has been a pretty closed off person in general, and I felt like it was a great moment to show that, like, how much his friendship with Midoriya has developed and how he's opening up a bit more. And then we got the fun stuff with Todoroki and Bakugo going to their class to retake the test to get their, was it provisional license or something like that? And I thought that was really funny. There were a couple of episodes in there that I found were a little lacking and a little boring, but overall it was funny to see Bakugo and Todoroki interact in a closer, more personal level, because I personally think their interactions are one of the funniest things of My Hero Academia in general. Like the way that Bakugo just screams and hates Todoroki, and Todoroki's just like, nah. And then, you know, let me see your cute face thing, you know, the huge GIF meme, all of that in the My Hero Academia community now, and I'll never forget that. But then we get the whole contrast of the school festival and Dental Criminal and La Brava, and how it's like a completely different tone to the first half of the season. And I thought that was really necessary, because in my opinion, good shows have a balance. Like, I'm watching Supernatural right now, and there's a lot of serious stuff, and then they balance it out with, like, an episode where they literally are inside TV shows, and things require a balance. And I think that it was also a way to show, guess what? These characters are still kids. They're still in high school, and sometimes they need a creative outlet, a way to distract themselves from the crazy stuff, because they go through way more than the typical high school student goes through. And I loved it. I thought that the performance that they did was amazing. I've watched it so many times. I have the song memorized. Jiro's voice is beautiful, and I loved it so much. Like, it literally made me cry, and I still cry every time I watch it, because I'm like, I'm so happy for them, and that they finally got to do something that's just for them, that's something fun, that has something to do with being heroes, and they've been through so much, and they get a time to relax a little bit and have fun, and I bawl every time. And then seeing Eri, you know, smile and be happy and joyful for the first time in her life, it killed me. I was... And then Gentle Criminal and La Brava were really fun villains. A big contrast to Overhaul, and it was really fun to kind of see some villains that aren't so black and white with whether they're evil or not. And I thought that was an important thing to show, that not all villains are as bad as the League of Villains, as bad and evil as Shigaraki is, or Overhaul. And that's important. And Supernatural does... Not to go off on a Supernatural tangent again, but like, good shows do those kind of things. Like in Supernatural, they show you not all demons are bad. It's not so black and white with demons and monsters and whatever. And My Hero Academia did the same thing with Gentle Criminal and La Brava, and was like, guess what? Not all villains are evil people that want to murder people. Sometimes they had their heart broken and they want attention, and that's the only way they know how to do it, is by committing crimes. And I thought it was really important. And this season to me was so much about growth and balance, and I just loved it so much, and I'm so excited to see where it goes. The finale, forgot to talk about that. We finally got Hawks, you know, in the main story. He was introduced in the Heroes Rising movie, but we finally got to see him more entwined with the rest of the characters and the plot line. And him and Endeavor's partnership is really fun. And I'm excited to see where they go with Endeavor and the Todoroki's family's growth and development in this next season, with it becoming clear that Endeavor is trying harder to be close to his family and make up for what he did. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't know when season 5 is coming, especially with what's going on. I don't know if that's going to make it take longer, but I'm excited for what's to come. So that's it. I will see you next weekend.